The Herald Standard presents the game of the week. Tonight, the Uniontown Red Raiders visit the Albert Gallatin Colonials. The Uniontown Red Raiders fired the first shot in this battle, returning the kickoff all the way to the end zone. Christian Forsyth. The Colonials, first play from the line of scrimmage, says two can play that game. A fourth down stand by AG stalls Uniontown's momentum within sight of the end zone. On the Raiders' next possession, the Colonials would not be so lucky. Washington gives his team the lead. In the second quarter, on their next possession, Uniontown drove down the field again, but this missed field goal ends the drive. But the Colonials would kindly give them another chance. Fumble by Damon Tolbert, recovered by Malachi Howard. Another turnover on downs dashes their hopes on this chilly October night. And speaking of turnovers, AG would do it again. Fumble. Quarterback Hunter Moody loses the ball and the possession. But points would elude both teams. The score at the half, 7-14, Uniontown's lead. In the third quarter, quarterback Hunter Moody would at last even the score with this touchdown sneak. That is, with a little help from kicker Cody Riggins. But Uniontown didn't come to Smithfield to play nice. Number 2, Deuce Mosley, gives the Raiders the lead once again. And the very next time the Raiders touched the ball, Mosley would mosey 60 yards into the end zone for another touchdown. And Deuce had one more score up his sleeve. The Colonials still have plenty of life left. Quarterback Hunter Moody to wide receiver Devin Carney. But sadly, the Colonial season ends with no more points. But Uniontown had just one more left in their arsenal. Senior Arian Washington scores one more for Coach Fortuna. And this game ends, as does the regular season, with Albert Gallatin at 14 and the Uniontown Red Raiders 42.
Okay, John. First of all, to get the first win of the year after battling all year and these kids hanging together all year, how's it feel to reward them with a victory?
It's their game, you know, and these kids fought all year in that there, and you know they kept fighting, kept coming to practice, and kept fighting, and I'm glad it's for them. The win is for them, and I'm so proud of them because they hung in there and they fought all the way, and great bunch of guys.
You say the win is for them, but I see you got the game ball there. They gave it to you.
Yeah.
Of all. So how'd you feel about that?
I feel great. You know, they come in and they gave me the game ball and they said, "Here, Coach, you deserve this for all you put up with us." I said, "What do you mean all put up with us? You guys did a great job." And you know, I got to praise them because they're a great bunch of guys, and they never quit. They never quit, no matter how hard it got. They came to practice and they wanted to get it done. And we finally got a win, and it feels good. And I'm so proud of those young men.
Let me ask you about the key point in the game. I thought they tied it up, and they went on that long drive, and Phil punches it in, Phil Mosley. Do you think that was like the key right there?
That probably was the key, yes. You know, the kids hung in there, and we told them at halftime, we said, this game's not over. It's 14-7. I'll tell you what, they're going to come out. We got to kick the ball to them, and you know, they ran started the field, and they scored on us, you know, threw that pass on us, and they scored. But our kids hung in there, and they didn't quit, and, hey, we won the game.
Yeah. Okay, John, thanks.
Hey, thank you.
Joe, I think the story of this game really is in the first half, and you fumbled 14. You were moving the ball really well, and you lost 4 fumbles.
Yeah.
I mean, what's something like, what do you do about that? I mean,
that's what I told them at halftime, or halftime adjustments, to hold on to the ball. As we moved the ball, you know what I mean? We just turned the ball over. You know, you can't turn the ball over 4 or 5 times a game and expect good things to happen. I mean,
when you came back and you scored to tie the game in the third quarter, I thought it was a good response, and I thought that, what did you think at that point? Did you think like, hey, we were right back?
Yeah, I mean, the kids were pumped up, and you know, coming out of halftime, we scored, we tied a game up. Kind of had a little letdown on defense there. You know, a couple penalties, extended drives for them.
Yeah. Yeah, when they scored on that 12th play drive, I mean, did you kind of feel a little bit of a letdown there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, our defense played an outstanding first half. I mean, and I think they might have just been gassed, toward the middle of the third quarter there. They were on the field a lot the first half.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right.